It's been a while since I shot my last video of the Saab, basically doing all the test hits, baseline runs there at my little local 1,000-foot drag strip Centerville. Since then, I started tearing it down, and obviously I've got new wheels and tires. I went back with the factory size 18, 255, 55, 18. Got rid of the SS wheels. I didn't particularly like how. And I started to tear down. Got intake removed, a washer, windshield washer, reservoir, radiator, other things like that. Started getting it halfway tore down, and then kind of halted progress. Put the wheels and tires back on because I'm actually getting my 2-post lift installed hopefully this week. Actually, yeah, there's the inside of my shop. It's a 30 by 40, insulated, pretty nice, well lit. I really like it. But anyway, I started tearing down this 6-liter because I started debating on whether or not I should go with a 6-liter or just build the 5.3 that's in it. And this one actually looks like it's going to need a fair amount of machine work, so it's going to go back on the back burner. I've got everything to convert it to 58X, crank, Gen 4 rods. I'll have to buy pistons, obviously, if I'm boring it out. With the machine work and the pistons that's involved in what I'll need to get this engine in there, I'm just going to hold off and go ahead and cam the 5.3 that's in it. It's in really good condition. I mean, I drove it for the last 10-15,000 miles. Great oil pressure. All I'm going to do is do the DOD delete. I've got Pack 1218 valve springs for these 799 heads. I've also got GM multi-layer steel head gaskets and new bolts, head bolts that is. And I have just your generic cheap eBay long tube headers and off-road Y pipe. We don't have emissions here in Arkansas, so that's not something I have to worry about. Then I've got everything to kind of come up with a custom 3.5 inch cat back exhaust system. Well, there's no cats, but and then also dual electric fan setup. It's LS1 kit. PCMs in North Carolina sells a really easy bolt-on bracket deal for them for like $16. Got a Gen 4, like 07 and up truck. Cold air intake. It's a 4-inch cold air intake that I'm gonna hack up and make work, because for $60 it's a lot easier, a lot easier build to swallow than some of the other kits for the Trailblazer SS's. Also, Transgo shift kit, HD2, Corvette servo, all the standard 4L60 stuff. This is the cam I'm going with, also called the Sloppy Stage 3. It's a 595 lift, 238, 242 duration. So it's a fairly large cam, but it shouldn't be any issue with the 3200 stall Circle D converter I've got for it. Got just a lot of random stuff. Really large Hayden transmission cooler, Elgin push rods and lifters. Also have a set of Melling lifters here. Not sure exactly what I'm going to go with yet, but I definitely have options. And don't know if I'm going to go with it yet or not, but I have picked up a little nitrous oxide system. We'll see. We'll get all together and running good first and go from there. But yeah, otherwise I think that's pretty much it. I also, before I put it back on the ground, did install new, actually you can see it better from the other side, new Bilstein struts. Not sure how well the camera's going to pick that up. And yeah, that's basically it. That's where we're at right now. So for now, the 6-liter 4L80 2-wheel drive conversion will kind of get put on hold, and that'll actually give me time to play with the 5.3 and probably blow up the 4L60 that's in it. Hopefully the HD2 kit will prolong that a little bit. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Hit me up if you got any questions or any suggestions. Picked up another truck the other day. It was too good of a deal to pass up, and actually I worked with this guy for several years, and I've actually been trying to buy this truck. Now that I can actually buy it, I really don't have a need for it. I got my crew cab Duramax, and I already got the Saab as kind of my play toy, but this is a '01 Sierra C3, which is basically the Denali truck. It's just the year before they started calling them the Denali. And it's like a dolled up Silverado SS truck. It has the 6-liter, I believe the 4L60, not the 65, and it has the Borg Warner viscous coupler transfer case. So it's all-wheel drive all the time. And actually, kind of thought this was pretty neat. But anyway, it's got a ton of miles. 4L60, crap to bed like they all do. But honestly, it's pretty impressive. This is the original transmission in this truck, and 310,000. That's not terrible. And decent oil pressure for, I don't know how old the oil is. But it's a decently clean truck. I haven't cleaned it yet. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. If I'm just going to stick another 4L60 in it and send it, sell it, make a little money off of it. But it's by all means not perfect. I mean, clear coat's peeling on it, also up on the top. So it's fairly clean. I think it only has like one noticeable dent. It also has a locking tonneau cover. That's the one dent right there. But I'm either going to try to fix it up and get a little bit more money out of it, or just yank the 6.0 and stick a 5.3, retune it, and another 4L60 and sell it just as a regular old GMC Sierra all-wheel drive truck. But anyway, that's the new truck. Paid $800 for it. I can't complain. I mean, the 6 liters worth what I paid for the whole truck, and drove it on the trailer, so I mean, you can't beat that at all. It runs nice and smooth and quiet. But yeah, there's a new project truck.